This mother shoved her own daughter away. Get out of here right now. You've been gone for more than 10 years and you still have the nerve to come back and ask me for money? The girl tried to speak, but the mother cut her off angrily. I told you to marry the village chief's son, but you refused. You said you wanted to build your own business, and now look at you. You're drowning in debt and standing here like a beggar. The girl just stood there, not knowing what to say. Seeing that she wouldn't leave, the mother grabbed a bucket and threw water on her. The girl trembled, her voice shaking as she said, Mom, even though I haven't come back in over 10 years, most of the money I earned, I sent it to you every single time. And now that my business has failed and I finally came home, instead of welcoming me, you're humiliating me like this. But the mother didn't care at all. She just turned away like none of it mattered. So with a heavy heart, the girl slowly walked away, tears streaming down her face. Then she went to find her brother. The brother was happy to see her, but then he asked with concern, What happened to you? The girl forced a small smile. It's really nothing. The brother frowned slightly and said, Mom called me and told me you went to ask her for money. The girl lowered her eyes and admitted quietly, I did, but she kicked me out instead. The brother sighed and said, Sis, if you're going through something, just tell me, I'll help you. The girl said, Brother, I lost a lot of money in my business and now I just want to come back to our small hometown and start something simple again. So could you lend me $3,000? The brother looked confused. Only $3,000? You did so much for me back then. You even bought me a house. How about this? I'll transfer you $5,000 instead. The brother took out his phone and transferred the money. But then the girl checked her phone and her smile froze because he had only sent $5. The brother laughed coldly and mocked her. Did you really think I would give you money? Now get lost. I don't want to see you again. In that moment, her heart shattered all over again. Just then, a man noticed her and called out gently, Hey, how have you been? At first, the girl didn't recognize him, but then remembered he was her old classmate and the one who used to love her. She turned to leave, not wanting to bother him, but he quickly said, Are you in trouble? You can tell me. The girl said, I've been running a business all these years and now I'm drowning in debt. I came back to ask my mom and my brother for help, but not only did they refuse, they kicked me out. Then she added quietly, almost embarrassed, Would you mind lending me $3,000? Hearing this, the man suddenly turned and ran away. The girl stood there, whispering to herself, I guess this money was never meant for anyone today. But just then, the man came running back. I have $5,000 here, you can take it. The girl was stunned. Are you really willing to lend me this money? The man smiled gently and said, You know, I've lived in the village my whole life. I don't really spend much money, so take it. I believe you'll rise again. The girl's eyes filled with tears as she said softly, I never thought that after all these years you'd still be this kind. But then she added, By the way, are you still single? The man looked at her with a shy smile and said, We grew up together. Everyone in the village thought we were meant to be, so I've been waiting for you all these years. The girl took a deep breath, then said honestly, I need to tell you something. I lied earlier. I didn't go bankrupt in the city. In fact, I came back with a bag full of money. I came today to test my mother and my brother, but they failed. And only you showed me real kindness. You're still single, so would you come to the city with me? The man looked down at himself, but I don't feel like I'm good enough for you. So friends, should they find their way back to each other?